welcome to today's video, which is a couple days late. I'm sorry. I've been dealing with a lot, and by a lot I mean I worked for 7 days in a row, all 7.5-hour shifts, and then I had appointments. Let's get into all of the things that I've been working on with writing, because this is a writing vlog, which I haven't done one in a while. I don't know when the last one was. I know it was in 2023, but there's a reason I haven't done any actual writing vlogs as of late, and that reason is because of King of Death and Daggers. I have a tendency to spoil my own books. And I tried to record a writing vlog. I did. I tried. But I found that I couldn't stop spoiling things for King of Death and Daggers whenever I talked about the fourth and final book in this series. And oh my goodness, I can't be spoiling it when it's not even released. But I think I may have figured things out. We're going to talk about King of Death and Daggers first, because I want to talk about how the whole experience is going with King of Death and Daggers. Honestly, I'm proud that I will actually be able to get this done quite a bit before my official timeline that I have to actually get it all submitted. Because guess what all I have to do now? I just have to format it. And it's been like that for a week, and I just haven't actually opened InDesign to format it. Granted, there is one more thing I have to do, and I keep forgetting about it. I need to adjust the black and white version of my map, because I realized something with all of my Prince of Love and Roses copies. The map that's in there doesn't show any of the lakes or rivers. It shows one river, because it's a different color from all the others. So I have to adjust I have to adjust the colors, because I made the map in colored and then it was printed in black and white, and I didn't think about that, so I gotta change the color of all the lakes. But you know what? That's a problem that's easily fixable, so not a huge issue. That is like 10 minutes max in Photoshop, so yeah. Anyways, so yeah, King of Death and Daggers is very close to being fully ready, and you know what? I'm proud, because it's only March, and frankly, otherwise, I'm usually not very good at the timeline stuff and making sure I have everything ready in time, so I'm doing better. It kind of helps that a lot of King of Death and Daggers, God, why do I choose such long names? A lot of the book didn't really need too many touch-ups, and it's really good, but that's also because I did have a vision. I had a vision for this book in particular. I do not have a vision for the fourth book, and so that's a whole mess, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so King of Death and Daggers is thankfully en route for its publication date, and I am so happy that it will be. And as soon as I have everything formatted and into Kindle Direct Publishing, I will be getting my own physical copy. I just have to finish everything, and then you guys can see it in its physical glory when it gets here. Anyways, so on to book 4, which you don't get to know a title because I don't even know the title yet. I have an inkling of what I can title the book, but you can't know what that is, especially with King of Death and Daggers not released yet. May 24th, though. Anyways, let's talk about book 4. Because book 4 has some issues. Namely, some of these issues are, it's going to be my longest book yet. Now, that's saying something because King of Death and Daggers is 136,289 words. Do you have any idea how long that is? That's so long. I don't know how many words any of these books are, but it's really long, trust me. And like, I don't have my title cards into my Word document that is set at my Word document, which is set at a 6x9 page size. But oh my god. With it set at that, and with just headers that just say chapter blank, the book's at like 530 some pages, so yeah, woo, I love it, totally love it. I'm not at all just completely unrealistically just stressed about how long book 4 is going to be, because I reached 58,000 words on book 4 today, and let's just say that for book 4, they're once again traveling around the kingdoms. You saw a little bit of it in book 2 and book 3, but like now it's the entire group, with Ash included. She hasn't done it yet. But here's the thing. There are 9 kingdoms to go to. You can figure out which ones are taken out. But here's the thing. 9 kingdoms to go to. Then it's a process of coming up with a plan to end everything, and then the final battle, and then after the final battle, when I tie everything up into a neat little bow. And my characters have gone to, they've entered their 4th kingdom, which is like halfway through, but 4 kingdoms, 58,000 words. The traveling part is gonna be at least, like, being very generous, 90,000. Maybe. I could probably make it less, but yeah, it'll be around 90,000, which is around the amount that was Princess of Lightning and Prophecy. So, entire Princess of Lightning and Prophecy is the first bit of this book. It is a very important bit of this book because it allows you to get to know a lot of these other rulers and kingdoms. And despite it being book 4, there's quite a few lore drops that I kept hidden until now. Because they just didn't come into play until now. Don't attack me. There's all of that. Then the planning will take probably another 10, 15,000. The final battle will take at least 20,000. No. I'm going to say around, it'll be about 10,000 as well. So, like, you get that. Which puts us at like 125,000, 130,000, which we're already above Prince of Lightning and Prince of Love and Roses. I mixed the first two books together, and we're encroaching into King of Death and Daggers. But then the ending, which basically ties everything together in a neat little bow, is also going to be around another 10K. Probably. I don't actually know, but that'll put me at like 140,000 words. Like, this book, I mean, it's not that much more than King of Death and Daggers, but this book is going to be a long one because of everything that I have to get done. And I gotta try and make it so it's not too fast-paced, which is going to be a struggle for this book because there's so much that has to happen. I have to do so much. I hope that it does not exceed 150,000. So, but you know what? It's fantasy. It's allowed to be a bit longer. A lot of fantasies are. I just don't want any of my books to reach Priory of the Orange Tree level thick. I recently went into a bookstore, and you guys are going to see the haul for that later, but I recently went into a bookstore, and I saw Priory of the Orange Tree and its sequel. Because I think it has a sequel. It has to be a sequel, because it says it's just as thick. And that thing is intimidating. I may have read Winter by Marissa Meyer, which has like 800 pages, a little over. But like, that's the longest book I've read. Longest book I've read is 800 pages. A little over 800 pages. Priory of the Orange Tree is too intimidating, and I will never read it because of that. Plus, I hear it's a very slow start. And I'm not one for slow books. Look at the books I write. They're mostly just changing from topic to topic. Not really topic. They change once there's like no point to the scene. I also want to say that though, I'm going to say this, though book 3, King of Death and Daggers doesn't have the sass that like Princess of Lightning and Prophecy, Prince of Love and Roses had with Ash. And it's understandable for what happens in it. But you know what? Sass is back in book 4, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. And the fact that she has the gall to call out a bunch of the kings and queens for either not interfering or just standing by or endangering their own people even. I love everything about it. And I'm going to be honest, when I went back to book 4 after dealing with book 3 for a while to get its final read through done and everything, when I did my final read through, after I did my final read through of King of Death and Daggers, I went back to book 4, and it had been a while. But I was reading what I had written throughout the chapter, and I was like, holy hell. Like, the sass, the attitude, and just badassery of Ash is beautiful. I forgot a lot of that because I have been stuck in King of Death and Daggers land, where she can't do a whole lot because of her circumstances. So I'm glad to see my lovely, lovely Queen of Sass back at action. So look forward to that when I release book 4 in probably a year and a half. Look, it's going to be a long book, and editing will be the biggest pain in the world. But I'll be glad when I'm done, because then I can move on to my next series. Anyways, that's all I can really talk about without spoiling anything for King of Death and Daggers. So that's where we're ending the video. And yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content from me, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video. And if you want to support me, links for my books are in the description. And one last thing, I want to sincerely thank all of my new viewers and subscribers that I recently got from my last video. Thank you. Again, if you ever want if you have any questions, like, I'm not perfect at this. I'm an indie writer. I'm not perfect with this, but I think I can have some thoughts to share. So if you ever have any questions, please, you can just comment your questions below. It's completely fine, and I will answer accordingly. Anyways, might take me a few days because I have a day job, and that thing requires a lot of mental energy. So anyways, that's it for this video. And yeah, bye-bye!